Good morning, sports fans and fans of the energetics. Mr. Energy here, bringing you Sunday Funday sports. Well, I don't know if you guys have been watching the NCAA Final Four. ¿Cómo está Lisa? Bueno, vamos a hablar un poquito español ahora. No sé si han visto los finales del basquetbol colegial masculino, pero estuvo muy interesante, muy interesante. It was very interesting, and now we have the final two from the Final Four. The Kansas Jayhawks will meet North Carolina Tar Heels. Now, the Tar Heels played last night against the Dukies, Duke Blue Devils, and the last game for Coach K, Krzyzewski, the famous coach, great coach, maybe the greatest college basketball coach of all times. Maybe not. A lot of people say John Wooden was the greatest, but Coach K is certainly up there. And his final game, he lost. He didn't win the championship, but he's won plenty of championships. So got a hats off to North Carolina. It was a close game, 81-76. That's the ACC. They were saying the ACC was weak in basketball. Not so fast. They had three teams in the Elite Eight or the Final Eight. The University of Miami, our Canes from down here, from Coral Gables. North Carolina, they're playing the championship with the Jayhawks, and the Duke Blue Devils. Those were the three teams from there representing the ACC. In the Final Four, we had two, North Carolina and Duke. North Carolina took down Duke. Now, North Carolina is going to represent the ACC against the Kansas Jayhawks. I think Kansas has the best team. They proved it yesterday with a beatdown of Villanova, and they also took apart Miami in the second half. Miami was actually leading the game against Kansas 35-29, but Kansas, they just have too much talent. So I think Kansas will be the champion, but don't count North Carolina out. The ironic thing about all this is that Miami, the Canes, our Canes, not the football team, the basketball team, actually beat North Carolina and Duke during the regular season. So we're pretty impressive, So we know that we can play with the big dogs. So this year, Elite Eight, first time that the Canes make it to the Elite Eight. And I'm pulling for North Carolina because I want an ACC team to be victorious, but I have to give the edge to Kansas. Kansas is a better overall team. Kansas tiene el mejor equipo. So, Kansas debiera ganar el campeonato mañana. El juego es mañana. The game is tomorrow night for the championship of basketball, college basketball. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the World Cup. I was checking with my sources and reading some articles. And I don't know if you guys agree with this, but the number one favorite to win the World Cup again, they've won it like 5 or 6 times, is Brazil. Okay, now that's a popular choice, but they take into consideration how the team played during the the last year or so qualifying, what group they were placed in with the lottery, and they figure Brazil has about a 12 to 13% chance of making, of winning the World Cup. Second place, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with this, but France. Now, a lot of people saying France is down, but they're the reigning world champs. They won it last time around in 2018. France comes in at about 10% as the second favorite. And then, believe it or not, for you guys that are down in Argentina is the third favorite. They come in at about 8%. And then we have the usual teams like Germany and Spain and Italy and England. All those teams get a certain percentage. But I think a lot has to do with the group that you're in. The United States are in the World Cup this year. They're in the where England is. They're grouped with England. So it's a tough group for them. Argentina is not such a hard group there with except for Poland. And Poland is there, but they're grouped with Saudi Arabia and they're grouped with Mexico. Now Mexico usually has a good team, but I think Argentina can take Mexico, and I think they can take Saudi Arabia. Now it depends on what happens with Poland. Now the thing with Poland is we have the thing with Lewandowski. You know, everybody was saying that Lewandowski should have won the. And I'm sorry if I butchered his name. That he should have won the Balón de Oro, el Balón de Oro, que debía haber ganado Balón de Oro Lewandowski. Se lo dieron a Messi. So that's the matchup, you know. And apparently Lewandowski was talking to some smack. You know, he was saying that you know, Messi is like the grandfather, you know, that maybe he should retire already. So we'll see what happens. But you know, they like the group that Argentina's in, so they think that Argentina will come out. So I don't know. I was looking at the groups, and I think Brazil, Argentina, probably Germany, maybe the Netherlands, and I don't know. Russia's not there because of what's going on with Ukraine. They're not there. We could see, always see a surprise team. You know, we could see Spain, or we could see Italy, or we could see, you know, Italians always play well. Maybe England. I don't know. I would love to see United States make it to the knockout stage. At least, you know, hopefully, who knows, a miracle. But that's probably not likely. You know, if we were playing baseball or basketball, yeah, but probably not soccer. So what do you guys think? You guys have any questions about, you know, or any opinions about what team you think might be favorite or do you like in the, you know, in the World Cup? It's in Qatar. What do you guys think? Now Qatar is in there. You know, the host country is always in there. You know, I don't know. I don't know if Qatar can make some noise. I don't see it, but you know, other times you have seen the host team. And in 2018 it was in Russia, and Russia had a pretty decent team, but now you know, they're out of it because of one crazy guy and his ambitions. But getting back to sports, so my favorite is Kansas to win the basketball, college basketball tournament, to be the champs, to be crowned tomorrow night over in North Carolina Tar Heels. And I don't know. I mean, it's popular. It's easy to say Brazil's my favorite in the World Cup. But again, Argentina seems to be in a group that they can manage. I think they can manage Saudi Arabia, Mexico. I think they'll probably be battling now with Poland. And then we have the whole backdrop with Messi and Lewandowski. I think Brazil will move on. Probably Germany, maybe England, who knows, maybe Portugal. I haven't seen talking about, you know, the whole thing with Ronaldo and Messi. I haven't seen Ronaldo in a final. We did see Messi one time in a final. A lot of people criticized him because he missed the one kick, even though he was voted the best player of the tournament, where Argentina came in second. I don't know what would happen if Ronaldo makes it that far. I don't know if Portugal is going to make it that far. We could have France maybe repeat. Maybe a surprise by one of those other European countries like the Netherlands or maybe Spain or maybe Italy. I don't know. I don't know what your opinions are, but if you have opinions on it, let me know. I got a little bit of a news update. My colleague Edgardo Rubio is again a little bit under the weather, so prayers and positive energy sent his way. Hopefully Edgardo can recover soon and come back to doing our programs with the energetics. I will be making some, maybe once or twice a week, some appearances on Facebook. You guys can find me in Facebook under Jose Carlos. That's, you know, Jose and Carlos, but together. That's one name, Jose Carlos. And then Lopez, and of course, Mr. Energy, you know, after the little line, so you guys can look me up. And I will be making, I'll probably announce it here and vice versa in Facebook. Facebook and Instagram are together anyway. So again, going back and forth, getting that audience from Facebook into Instagram and the audience from Instagram into Facebook, and maybe do some straight lives from YouTube, since I'm getting my YouTube viewership up. Again, in YouTube, you can find me on the Jose Carlos López-Mr. Energy. And, you know, I got a lot of videos in YouTube. YouTube is a mixture. YouTube is a mixture of fitness videos with sports, with comedy, a little bit of everything. Here on Instagram, we've dedicated more to sports and comedy and the energetics. And Facebook has a little bit of fitness, but it's mostly a combination of the same thing here on Instagram, except for some nostalgia from different programs that I've been in. And sometimes, I'll bring back stuff that I've done before. But the one that has the most fitness videos is by far YouTube. So you guys can enjoy me on YouTube. Jose Carlos, Mr. Energy in YouTube. Look me up, Jose Carlos Lopez, Mr. Energy in YouTube. Okay, so in fact, I should be posting. I'm going to be posting it more on Instagram on my story. And I have a regular post so you guys can look me up in Instagram. In YouTube. So, any other things that pop up? By the way, I gotta tell you about this. The Hurricanes football team has been the college team. The Hurricanes football team has been picked by many to surprise to be a possible winner of the ACC title, which would give them a New Year's Six bowl. That means that they'll go into one of those New Year bowls that are the six top bowls in revenue and prestige. And with an outside shot at the college playoffs, which I'm not saying they're going to make it, but they have been improving a lot. Like I have a couple friends that have been watching the practices. I went to one practice, so I got a little bit of. They're playing tougher. They're more concentrated, more aggressive, the aggression is more concentrated. They seem to be making less mistakes. They seem to be more cognizant of the importance of practice. And I just see more discipline. And just to give you a little bit of a little insight, one of my colleagues was there and said that the team, the offense, was marching the ball and they got into the end zone. They scored a touchdown. But our new coach, Super Mario Cristobal, had the referee throw a flag. Now, it wasn't a penalty, so he just threw a flag just to get them upset to see how they would react. Now, that happens sometimes during the season where you get a referee, maybe biased, maybe not biased, maybe he needs glasses, maybe, it could be a little biased. We all know that there's always been bias against Miami, the Canes football, the refs just stick it to them every chance they get, but it could be the bias, it could be the referee. He's not that well, versed in his craft, glasses, whatever, bad luck, and you get a flag, a penalty, and you didn't commit the penalty, but you get the penalty. They want to see if these young men can be disciplined enough to not fight the referee, and get another flag, not get down on themselves, not to say why me, here it comes again, the world against us, but to have the toughness to refocus and fight through it. And apparently they did. After it was an unfair penalty, their mental toughness is getting better. They overcame it and they scored again. And that's the most important thing, because the best teams, the great teams, the best teams, okay, the winners, the champions, they're not going to have it easy all the time. Now, they might have superior talent, but in college football is pretty even right now, and you have to have discipline. The difference between the number one team and maybe the number 10 team is all the mental toughness. They all have the talent. You just got to be able to get through the hard times and win the games that you're not supposed to win. Because every team has 1, 2, 3 games during the season where they're either not supposed to win, or they might be the favorites, but they might be having a bad game and have to overcome either mistakes or unfair calls or whatever, unlucky bounce here and there, but get through it and win the game. And that's what was lacking. The other administration, I don't want to mention names, but it was almost like, overall it was a good scrimmage. We started well, then we hit a lull, then we finished strong. It was a balance, it's practice, the defense dominated, the offense dominated. Overall I'm happy. This is not the administration we have now. They say, yes, we did this good, but we have to improve because we had this wrong and this wrong and this. So they're more perfectionists, they're more on trying to get the most out of the talent, and that's how you build a championship team. So I like what's going on in Coral Gables in the football team. I obviously like what the basketball team did. Final eight, Elite Eight. There's a buzz, there's an energy there. The team is playing very well. The baseball team, by the way, Baseball team is ranked, I think, 16th or 17th in the nation. So you got the football team, which is the headline, but now the basketball team's a little ahead because of making the final eight, the Elite Eight. And now the baseball team that has won, I don't know if you know this, but the baseball team has won 4 championships. So the football team has won 5, the baseball team has won 4, the basketball team hasn't won any, but they have won ACC crowns. They just haven't won the whole shebang. But college basketball leading the way, college team leading the way. Now we'll see if the Canes football team can get back to those glory years, and then the baseball team can maybe also get back there. So we'll see what's happening. We're always great down here in swimming and diving and tennis, but Miami's known to be a football team. But don't forget, we also have won championships in baseball. So again, we'll be going to Facebook a couple times a week, announcing the programs here, and vice versa, announcing the programs here on Facebook, and doing some live YouTube that I've always done in tape. I'm going to start doing some lives. And hope you guys enjoy the sports and comedy and all the stuff that we do. Mostly when we do Mr. Energy Fun Sports, we take questions from the audience. I've had some people ask me, who did I like in the World Cup? Well, I don't know yet. I could very easily say Brazil, but Argentina's in a soft group, and Messi might kick it up another notch and bring out the talent that we know he has. Somehow renew himself, re-energize himself. Get some. He still has the skills. He still has the ball skills. But maybe get a little extra energy. Channel back some of those early Messi's in mid-20s, even though he's 34, and notch it up to another level. They got talented players. They got a new young guy now, 22 years old. They're saying might be the new Messi. That Messi might pass on the baton of leadership to him. They got the talent. They got a soft pool. So, their group is not that strong. So they get past Poland with Lewandowski. They're probably going to move on. The top two, the top 2 in the group. They should beat Mexico and for my Mexican friends, Mexico's good, but I think Argentina's at a little higher level, and they should beat Saudi Arabia. If they move on, Brazil's probably going to move on. I would think France will move on. Germany, maybe you have some team like France like Spain or Italy, and can always have the one of those teams like Netherlands or that have made it before. So we'll see what happens. Probably have a team from Africa. Every World Cup we have at least one team, either Ghana or Senegal, or one of those teams make it. So we'll see, and maybe another team from South America. I don't know, or maybe Central America. We'll see. Now the surprise of all would be if the United States makes it to the next round. But they have a decent team, so we'll see what happens. So again, I don't know yet. Now, if you tell me who's the favorite for baseball would be, I would go with the Dodgers. They have a tremendous lineup, tremendous pitching. They have it all. So for baseball, my favorite for this year is the Los Angeles Dodgers. For the final tomorrow, I think the Jayhawks should beat North Carolina, even though North Carolina could surprise. They're very well coached, but I think Kansas is a little bit more. And again, and one more thing before I call it a morning, that the Miami Dolphins traded Devontae Parker. Used to be their best wide receiver. Now I guess he moved down the chart with Waddle. Everybody's saying Waddle is the new superstar. He was Rookie of the Year last year. Great player. Now they match him up with Tyreek Hill, one of the top 5 receivers. So they dynamic duel, Tyreek Hill and Waddle, playing together. They also got a new up-and-coming guy, Cedric Wilson from the Cowboys, up-and-coming. All 3 of them run very, very fast. All 3 of them run sub 4.4 40s. Defense is going to have a hard time tracking them, keeping up with them. So I think that they just thought, Devontae was too expensive, gets injured a lot. He's a great player when he's healthy, but he's injured every year. The thing, I agree with a trade. They got a 3rd pick for next year. Obviously, they want to keep getting, next year they're going to have 2 number 1s, 1 or 2 number 2s, I think 2 number 3s. So they're going to be having 5 or 6 picks in the top 3 rounds. So they keep trying to build the team. They'll see how far they get this year, and then they try to build more for next year. So that looks good. The thing is that I wouldn't have traded him to New England, because you play the New England Patriots twice a year. against Bill Belichick. So why would you give Devontae Parker to hola, ¿cómo están? Why would you give Devontae Parker to the New England Patriots with Bill Belichick? You know, the guy could basically destroy you in those two games if he's healthy. Because that's the thing with Devontae Parker. When he's not healthy, he can't help you because he can't play. But when he's healthy, he's a stellar player. I definitely would have traded him, but not to New England. He was probably going to be the fourth option on the team. He's not for the type of offense they want to run, he's probably not suited for them anymore. Plus, he gets injured a lot. But why would they trade him to New England? I don't understand that. You know, you don't trade him to a team that you face twice a year. That the guy could obviously just all of a sudden get healthy. Maybe he gets a better trainer. Maybe he gets a better system. We all know Belichick's a genius. And all of a sudden he doesn't get hurt and then he destroys the Dolphins. So I don't agree with the trade. I agree with trading him, but not to the Patriots. So I don't know what you guys think about that. And I already talked about the Mundial. You know, I don't have a favorite yet. I think Argentina will move out of the pool. Brazil, France, maybe England. United States would be a miracle. It could be Italy. It could be, I don't know, a surprise team from Africa. We usually have a surprise team from Africa in the last 8 teams of the World Cup. I already said my favorite for tomorrow is the Kansas Jayhawks against the North Carolina Tar Heels, even though Tar Heels could pull off the upset. But I think Kansas is a better team. I said that my team for the MLB is the Los Angeles Dodgers. They're stacked. They should win. If they don't win, it's for lack of, I don't know, coordination, talent, not lack of talent, coordination, execution, just basically doing what they have to do because the talent is there. The best team by far is the Dodgers. Let me see what else I covered. Oh, the Miami Hurricanes football team is getting the discipline, getting the talent, getting the great coaching, all-star coaching. I think they will surprise. Some people are picking them as surprise winners of not only the ACC but competing in the college championship. That would be fantastic. I mean, that would be awesome. You know, they're letting all the all-star players from the past, all the college Hall of Famers and even NFL Hall of Famers that have gone through Miami come back to the program, be on the sidelines, talk to the young, young players. They're all young. Got to remember they're all young men between 18, 19, and maybe the oldest are probably 22, 23. So they're giving them their knowledge, and it's impressive. You know, when you have a recruit coming in, all these high school recruits or even people from the transfer portal that want to transfer from their university to the new, they want to come to Miami. Maybe they were in, let's say, Michigan or Ohio State or someplace where they didn't feel appreciated or they didn't feel like they were getting used or, played enough. For whatever reason, they wanted to leave. So they transfer out and they come and they watch a practice. They watch the facilities. They get a tour. And all of a sudden, they meet Hall of Famers on the sideline, that play for the U and show them the 5 rings, the 5 championships. Throw up that U sign. Hey, that's impressive. That's impressive. And I see bright things for both the basketball team and the football team, but especially the football team. The basketball team surprised this year. First time to the Elite 8. That means there were the last 8 teams for the championship of college basketball. But I think the football team has even a higher potential. I think they could compete for multiple championships if all goes well. The baseball team is looking great. I mean, people forget the baseball teams won 4 championships. And I don't know, it's looking good down here. The Dolphins are probably going to make the playoffs. I mean, it's like, playoffs? That's incredible. They haven't been there in a long time. So it's looking good down here. So again, I'm going to be making more, lives on Facebook. I'm going to be announcing here when I go on Facebook. I'm going to be announcing Facebook when I come here. And I'm going to be having also some YouTube lives. Okay? So say hello to Karim. Say hello to Katia Diaz. Say hello to all the followers here. And just remember that we're going to be doing it. We're going to be doing it big. And the energetics are going to have more. Let me see if I invite somebody here. The energetics are going to be having more things coming up. Not only comedy. We're going to be having other things that we want to bring to you. Acting, comedy, magic. One of our energetics is the great Alexander Blade. Actor, athlete, magician, Ilusionista, along with the great Edgardo Rubio. Wish him all, uh, Godspeed for him to get healthy quick, come back. You have the great Karin Linero, our up and coming superstar actress, comedic dancer, a comedic actress, dancer, singer,